guys, my name is Jonathan Henderson with Pressure Washing Marketing Pros, and if you're watching this video, you're probably an exterior cleaning business owner looking to get a new website. In today's video, I'm going to go over monthly versus one-time payment websites and which one is better for you. Because in the exterior cleaning industry, a lot of the providers that provide web design services either have monthly subscriptions or they have one-time payment options, right? And so I want to go ahead and be able to explain everything to you guys when it comes to the pros and cons of both, the payment structures of both, right? And what decision you can go ahead and make that will be best for your business, whether you're an established business or whether you're a new exterior cleaning business, because you're probably in one of three positions as an exterior cleaning business owner looking to get a website. The first position is going to be a position where you've been through the ringer. You've probably gotten a new website every 1 to 2 years and you're tired of playing this constant game and investing into several websites, right? And you probably want to have a website that you can have for the next 5 to 10 years. The second position is going to be you're a brand new business owner, a brand new exterior cleaning business owner, and you're looking to get a professional website design for the first time. And what that means is that you want to go ahead and make sure that you make the right decision for your business. And the third position is going to be you're an exterior cleaning business owner that's pretty much established. You built your business off the ground. You're probably doing more than $100,000 a year, and you really want to go ahead and take your digital online presence to that next level. Well, this video is for you. I'm going to break down everything when it comes to the monthly versus one-time payment website models, right? And which one can be better for your business depending on where you're at. So let's go ahead and get started. Because the first thing that we have to go ahead and do is establish what is a monthly and one-time payment website. That's the first thing that we have to go ahead and establish. And a monthly payment website, let's start with that. So a monthly website design is a service where you pay a reoccurring fee, typically monthly, for design, development, and ongoing maintenance of your website. So this payment model often includes continuous updates, supporting, and hosting, and the ongoing payment structure ensures that your site remains up to date, functional, with the design and maintenance service bundled into the monthly cost. So overall, guys, really what it's going to be is that you're going to be paying monthly for a website, and you're going to get ongoing support. You're going to go ahead and get maintenance, hosting, all of that bundled into that monthly cost. The second is going to be a one-time payment website. A one-time payment website is a design service where you pay a single upfront fee to have a website designed and developed, as opposed to having an ongoing monthly or yearly payment. So once the design is completed and delivered, you own the website and there are no additional costs for the design itself. Although you may still need to pay for hosting, maintenance, and updates, separately with an external service, right? And so examples of a payment structure for a monthly website is, a 24-month contract, because I'm going to use just an example because I see this a lot in the exterior cleaning industry. But you'll see a 24-month contract, right? And so I'm going to go over just this form of a payment structure, some examples of one that I commonly see in the exterior cleaning business. So first example is a 24-month contract. So the total contract length is 24 months. Let's say that the monthly payment is $195 and you own the website after 24 months. And so the monthly payments are going to essentially be $195 for 24 months. So this payment covers the website design, the content not even the content creation, the hosting, the automations, the blog posts, and ongoing maintenance, right? So after 24 months of payment, you'll fully own the website and there are no additional fees for the design or development. And so one thing about this too is that the early cancellation. So if you cancel before the 24-month period ends, you do not own the website, and any partial payments made do not count towards ownership. So upon cancellation, the website's taken down and you forfeit all ownership rights, guys. And so what that basically means is that, if you don't pay that website if you don't pay off that website within that 24-month time period, then you do not own that website. Now, sometimes companies that offer this kind of similar payment structure, they're going to allow you to also pay for the website up front, right? So whatever that total cost would go ahead and be, so if we go ahead and we do the math of what 24 divided by, or 24 times 195, that's going to be $4,680, right? And you might go ahead and invest into that so that you can own your website outright. So examples of another payment structure that I see is month-to-month payment, right? So in this example, it's going to be a monthly payment of $199, right? And so the ownership structure is you do not own the website regardless of the length of time you've paid for it. And I see this payment structure a lot in the exterior cleaning industry too, where you'll pay $199 ongoing, or however it may be. It might be $49, it might be $250, but this is just an example. But you'll pay this rate ongoing, right? And this payment covers the website design, content creation, SEO optimizations, hosting, and ongoing maintenance. There's no long-term commitment, and you can cancel at any time, right? But the cancellation policy is if you cancel at any point, whether it's 3 months or 5 years, you do not retain ownership of the website. Upon cancellation, the website is taken down and you lose access to all design, content, and features provided. Now with this, guys, I see that a lot in the exterior cleaning industry, where guys will pay for a service like that, and what will end up happening is whether they've been with that company for 3 years or 5 years, they just will never own their website, right? And so I'll talk about the appeals, because you guys are probably wondering, why would somebody do that? Well, I'll say in the exterior cleaning industry, a lot of guys end up doing this. And so, yeah, this is one payment structure as well, or one example of a month-to-month payment structure. So I just went over 2 payments structures, guys, for monthly, 24-month contract and month-to-month payment. Now I'll talk about examples of the payment structure for one-time payment websites, which example 1 is just going to be a one-time upfront payment. The total cost of the website will be $4,000. And so you'll just make a single payment of $4,000, right? And so this is usually, this payment usually covers the complete design, development of the website, including professional content writing for all pages, basic SEO optimization for meta tags, keywords, on-page SEO. The entire amount is paid up front before any work begins. And once the project is completed, the client owns the website, including all the content and SEO work, with no further payment required for the design itself. So this is pretty clear cut and simple, guys. This is exactly what you're going to be getting with the one-time upfront payment website, for one-time payment. Now, for the one-time payment website, there's an example too, to where you can just do a split payment option, right? And what that means is that the total cost of the website in this example could be $4,000, but you split the payment up, in half. So you'll pay $2,000 for the first payment, $2,000 for the second payment. So I'll just give you an example that I see a lot as well. So, you'll have, for the first payment, like I said, guys, there'll be 50% up front. You can either start with the content first or the design first. So let's just say you start with the content first. This payment is made before the content writing and SEO work begins. It secures a project and allows whatever team to start working and creating the website content and implementing the SEO strategy. The design work will not commence until the second payment is received. And so this can work in a vice versa option, guys, where you can do the design first. So this payment is made before the design work begins. It secures a project and allows the team to start working on the website's design and layout. The content writing and SEO work will not commence until the second payment is received, guys. And then after that, once you probably get the approval or whatever it may be, and the content's done and you approved it, then you'll make the second payment, you'll probably do the design, and vice versa. So as you guys can see, for option A, if you want the content first, the second payment must be made before the design work begins, and once the payment is received, the design phase will start and continue until completion and client approval. So let's say, guys, that for that first payment, you went ahead and said, I want to do the content first. They'll do the content, you receive the content, you approve of it, then you'll make that second payment so that you can go ahead and do the design. Let's say you started with the design first for that first payment. Well, the second payment must be made before they'll start, doing the content writing and the SEO work. And once that payment is received, the content creation SEO phase will start and continue until completion and client approval. So that basically means that for the first payment, you paid for the design first, and then once that design is approved by you, then they'll start, writing the content and implementing that content. So what are the pros and cons of both payment options, guys, of paying for a website monthly and paying for a website one time? So the pros of a one-time payment website, right? You get complete ownership. So once again, guys, we're going to talk about the pros of a one-time payment website, right? So you're only paying it one time upfront, whether that's going to go ahead and be the one-time upfront payment or the split payment option, right? And so the thing about one-time payment websites is that you get a complete ownership of it, right? So a one-time payment website design offers the advantage of complete ownership, giving your business full control over their website and all of its assets. That means that you can customize every aspect of the site, from design to content without restrictions or ongoing fees, guys. Ownership also allows for greater flexibility in making updates, transferring the site to different hosting platforms, or implementing unique features as needed for your business. You know, this also can give you peace of mind, and also you can know that your website can, you know, evolve its online presence over time, and it can align with your brand and strategic goals, right? It can have a lower long-term cost. So one-time payment website design typically results in lower long-term costs compared to monthly websites. So with a single upfront investment, businesses avoid the cumulative expense of ongoing subscriptions, guys, right? So you don't have to do all those ongoing subscriptions, which can add up significantly over time. You know, this cost-effective approach ensures that after the initial payment, there are no recurring fees, making it more of an option for businesses with long-term website needs, right? So by paying once, businesses can invest their website without the financial commitment of continuous payments, you know, right? Leading you to greater savings over the lifespan of the site. So one-time payment websites also give you budget flexibility. So one-time payment website, you know, design provides budget flexibility by eliminating ongoing payments, freeing up resources that can be redirected towards other critical areas like marketing, guys. Once the initial investment is made, businesses no longer need to, you know, allocate those funds for monthly fees, right? So this financial freedom allows you to go ahead and use that budget for advertising, for SEO, and other marketing efforts that are going to, you know, drive more traffic and revenue without the constant constraint of continuous website-related expenses. You know, one-time website options also, one-time payment websites also offer greater customizations, features, and services, right? So a one-time payment website design offers greater customization, features, and services, allowing your business to create a fully tailored online presence that meets your specific needs. Unlike monthly subscription models, you know, with limited options, a one-time upfront payment, you know, provides you the flexibility to incorporate unique designs, elements, and advanced functionalities, right? And so, guys, when you really invest with that upfront payment, right, it may seem like a burden up front, but the thing is, though, is that you're allowing yourself more flexibility, as you can see, to get greater customizations, features, and services, right? So this level of customization ensures that your website can effectively reflect your brand's identity, and also it can have the necessary integrations and features that supports your business's unique goals, right? And it gives you full control over the design process, and your business can, you know, go ahead and build a website that stands out and fully aligns with your objectives. Usually one-time payment websites are going to be higher quality and unique. So one-time payment website design often results in a higher quality and more unique website, as it allows for a fully customized approach tailored specifically to your vision of your business, right? You're able to closely work with designers, developers, project managers of that team who you have building your website, so that your website can stand out, right? And so since, once again, you've made that upfront commitment and cost, it allows that team to go ahead and play around more and to invest more into your website. So this personalized approach typically leads to a superior user experience, a distinct online presence, and effectively differentiates your brand in a competitive pressure washing and exterior cleaning market, you know, a way that a template-based website cannot match, right? So you'll get a higher quality and unique design, guys, when you pay a one-time payment for website design, right? Because you're going to go ahead and get a website that's going to stand out and not be like other template-based websites. You'll also be able to get extensive SEO optimizations. That's a pro, right? So a one-time website design, you know, even though it does have a higher initial investment, you know, it allows for extensive SEO optimizations by providing the budget to fully tailor the site for search engine success. So yes, guys, when you invest a large sum up front like that, you're giving that company that's building your website more of a budget to go ahead and enable your business to, you know, to implement those advanced SEO strategies on your website by optimizing the site structure, by doing research, you know, like keyword research, competitor research, improving the metadata, all of that, you know, going ahead and optimizing your images, optimizing the speed of your website, and you'll have more, you know, resources available for, you know, keyword rich content, adding structured data to your website, all of those things that a lot of, you know, monthly website providers aren't going to provide, right? And so this ensures that your website is fully equipped to, you know, be search engine friendly and to, you know, rank right off the bat. You'll have scalability as well with a one-time payment website, right? So a one-time payment website design offers excellent scalability, allowing your business to easily integrate with various tools, platforms, and APIs without the limitations often imposed by subscription models, monthly subscription models, guys, because you'll have full control over the website. So therefore, since you have full control over the website, you can add features, expand your functionality, and whatever you need to go ahead and do. Because with the monthly subscription models, since you're paying to own the website, you don't own the website up front. Therefore, what ends up happening is that you can't add certain features, you can't move your website to certain hosting platforms because it's not yours until you fully pay for it. So a one-time payment website allows you the scalability to do whatever you want with your website as well. So what are the cons of a one-time payment website, right? What are the cons of one-time payment websites? So we're going to go over the cons. We just went over the pros, guys. We'll go over the pros again, guys. Complete ownership, lower long-term cost, budget flexibility, greater customizations, features, and services, higher quality and unique, extensive SEO optimization, scalability. Now let's go over the cons of one-time payment websites. There's going to be a higher upfront cost, guys, right? So one-time, payment website design requires a more significant upfront cost. So this can be a barrier for a lot of businesses, especially if you're a new business, with a limited budget. So this higher initial investment may strain some of your financial resources and, requires a substantial commitment, like a big commitment, guys, right? Before the website's even launched. So, you're paying all of this money, let's just say it's $4,000, you're paying that higher upfront cost without getting the return back on that immediately, right? So it can be particularly challenged, like I said, guys, for startups and small businesses that need to allocate their funds across multiple areas like marketing and different things, right? So with monthly websites, you're probably going to go ahead and get a more budget-friendly option, and we're going to talk about monthly websites in a minute. But yes, guys, that's the con of one-time payment websites is higher upfront cost. It's going to be a longer launch period for a one-time payment website, right? So a one-time payment website design often involves a longer launch period, as it typically includes a more detailed and customized development process, right? So the time required for planning, designing, coding, and revisions can extend that timeline before the site goes live. And so, this approach doesn't, ensure high quality results, but it may delay your website's launch and your ability to start generating online traffic and revenue quickly. So for any businesses that need like a rapid online presence, i.e. brand new exterior cleaning business owners, this extended timeline can be a drawback compared to other faster monthly templated solutions like the monthly payment websites, right? So it's a longer launch when you have one-time payment websites. Now, there's more risk too when it comes to one-time payment websites, right? So a one-time payment website design carries more risk due to the high level of customization, right? As a website is built for your specific requirements, it may encounter unforeseen issues or challenges that haven't been tested before, whether that's design, flaws, whatever it may be. These risks can delay, your website, and even some companies will even charge you additional cost, right? So that they can address and fix these unexpected problems. So the complexity of a custom website increases the chance of, encountering these different hurdles, making the process more uncertain and challenging compared to a tried and true pre-tested template with monthly websites. So there's less predictability, guys, with one-time payment websites as well. A one-time payment website design offers less predictability, as the customization and complexity involves, may require more resources than you initially anticipated. So this approach can lead to unforeseen challenges, guys, like we just talked about again, and that can be a drawback for businesses that need a clear, consistent timeline and need something that's quick, right? So a lot of one-time payment websites as well require external services. So a one-time payment website design often offers, or requires external services for ongoing support, such as maintenance, hosting, which can add complexity to your cost and to your overall website and, website and marketing management, right? So unlike bundled solutions, businesses must independently secure and manage these services, which may involve coordinating with multiple vendors or providers, right? So that means that you had one company build your website one time, and then you're using these guys for SEO, using these guys for different things, right? That are usually doing that. So this can lead to additional expenses and the need for continuous oversight to ensure that your site remains up to date and functional, right? So the reliance on external services for critical aspects of the website can also create challenges in maintaining consistent quality, and so that's one big drawback that can happen, is that it requires external services. But like I said, if you go ahead and you attach yourself to an external provider who's really good at web design, like let's say that you got a one-time payment website, but also that same company is very good at SEO, they're very good at local SEO, you won't really need to worry about this, because that company is not only going to be good at building websites, but they're going to also be good at marketing your website. But that's a con, guys. It requires external services. One-time payment websites also have complexity. So as we talked about earlier, guys, it involves significant complexity, creating a dependency, and needing, I should say, technical expertise for development, customization, and ongoing management. So businesses may need to rely on skilled developers, agencies to maintain and update the website, which can be challenging and costly, especially if your in-house team or even your own knowledge as an exterior cleaning business owner is lacking. And so this dependency can this dependency can lead to difficulties in troubleshooting issues, implementing changes, or integrating new features without external help, making the website's management more demanding and having a reliance on an external provider to go ahead and manage that for you. So investment and accountability in your marketing performance. So with a one-time payment website design, the provider's involvement typically ends once the site is built, meaning they don't have a vested interest in your ongoing marketing performance. Particularly, it could be in SEO. Since the responsibility is limited to delivering the finished website, they often don't engage or really invest more when it comes to your site's visibility online and its SEO performance. And so this lack of commitment can leave your business without the necessary support or enhancements that's going to really go ahead and have you achieve strong SEO results and maintain competitive performance. Now, a caveat to this, guys, is that if you have a one-time payment website, but also you're getting that website done by somebody who's going to be doing your SEO and marketing, and this is what I always tell people, make sure that your website is being built by somebody that is also doing your SEO. I tell a lot of guys that if you're going to get a one-time payment website, make sure that it's going to go ahead and be from a provider who's also going to do your SEO. Because if you decide to do a one-time payment website, right, guys, and it's not by the person that's doing your SEO, those guys have no vested interest in how your website's going to perform. So therefore, they're just going to build your website as they stated, but they're not going to care how well it ranks, even if they say it's going to be SEO friendly. They're not going to have a vested interest, and they're not going to allocate more resources in order to go ahead and have you rank. Now, if you do go ahead and get a one-time payment website designed by a marketing company who's also going to be managing your website and doing your SEO, then this is not really a con, because they're going to go ahead and build the website for you to make sure that it's going to be good, to make sure that it's going to rank, because they have a vested interest in that. Because right after the website's built, they're also going to be optimizing it for SEO. Therefore, they want to make sure that they build it right the first time, so that you can get the results that you want. Now let's talk about the pros of monthly payment websites, right? Let's talk about the pros about monthly payment websites. So the affordability, lower starting costs, and budget flexibility. So monthly payment websites offer a lower starting cost, right? Allowing a business to launch without a large upfront investment. So this approach allows you to have flexibility by spreading the cost over time, making it easier to manage your cash flow, and it's a very accessible option for small businesses or startups, startup pressure washing businesses that are looking to minimize their initial expenses. One and the biggest probably pro when it comes to monthly website payment or monthly payment websites is going to be, it typically includes ongoing support that covers the maintenance, the hosting, making sure that your website has the proper security, functionality at no additional cost besides that monthly payment. And this continued support reduces the burden of you to have to manage the technical issues, giving you peace of mind to go ahead and, allow you to focus on other things in your business, right? And so it also allows your website to go ahead and have the greatest and latest when it comes to that, right? So faster launch. So usually monthly payment websites rely on pre-designed templates and ready-to-use features, reducing the time needed for development, right? So with a streamlined process like this setup process, you can get immediate access to, essential tools. Businesses can get online quickly, and you can start attracting customers and generating revenue a lot quicker than you will with the delays that are, typically associated with custom one-time payment websites, right? Predictability. With monthly payment websites, it gives you a sense of predictability, and so not only financially, but with the design aspects. So businesses can benefit from consistent manageable cost that make budgeting easier, eliminating unexpected charges for updates or maintenance, right? Additionally, as well, you're going to get predictability when it comes to the design process, because you're just going to have a streamlined preset options with templates, providing a clear and structured path from concept to launch. This ensures that you have not only a stable financial commitment and predictable financial commitment, but also it gives you a predictable design timeline, and it reduces the uncertainty, allowing you to go ahead and go forth with it with confidence, right? There's less risk as well when it comes to monthly payment websites, because not only are you getting ongoing support, but you're also getting a proven model that has already been successfully implemented for several other businesses that are just like your exterior cleaning business. So this established framework minimizes the chances of costly errors or design flaws, as the templates and processes are, refined and tested. Businesses you can confidently, rely on a system that is known to work, reducing the risk of investment in an unproven custom solution, as we talked about earlier, guys. Ensuring that you're going to have a much more smoother and reliable website launch. And so the biggest thing about this, guys, is just less risk. You know what you're getting. This process has been tried and true. So yeah, guys, there's less risk involved, and you can have a stress-free, launch. So what are the cons of monthly payment websites, guys? What are the cons of monthly payment websites? Let's go over that. So it's going to be higher long-term cost. Surprisingly, guys, a lot of them have a higher long-term cost. While monthly payment websites offer lower upfront costs, they can lead to a higher long-term expenses compared to one-time payment designs. Right, guys? So over time, the cumulative cost of monthly subscriptions can actually exceed the initial investment that was required for a custom one-time payment website, right? So for example, businesses might have to pay for additional fees for professionally written content. So one thing too is that additionally, services outside the subscription scope, such as content writing or specialized features, may incur extra charges, right? And so for example, guys, I'll give you some examples. So how is it higher long-term cost? Well, let's say that you paid a one-time monthly payment for a, super custom website, guys, right? A super custom website. Well, what that's going to allow you to do is that's just $4,000. But let's say that you were paying $195 over a 24-month contract, right? And that's actually $4,680. And that's not going to include additional services outside that subscription that are going to include content writing, right? That are going to also include content writing as well. So that's also going to incur more charges as well, which over the longer period of time, that could actually end up being in 24 months, you ended up paying $6,000 to $7,000 when that same website would have just costed you $4,000 from the beginning, right? So it's actually a higher long-term cost and more expensive over the long term. So let's go over now to the ownership, right? So with monthly payment website, a con is going to be, your business typically does not own the website or its assets, right? Whoever's providing your monthly website or who's ever the provider of your website retains control over the design, the platform it's hosted on, and even the content, right? Just your overall website, limiting your business's ability to customize or transfer the site away from that service. Also, the lack of ownership can restrict flexibility and long-term independence, as a business owner is locked into ongoing payments to retain access to their website, right? So you don't have that flexibility, guys. You don't have ownership of your website. So let's say that you hit a month to where your profits and everything is just terrible. If you don't make that payment for that website right then and there, guys, then your website is gone. Right? All of that, you could have paid for 12 months, invested in your website for 12 months. But whatever you paid for, guys, right, in those 12 months is just lost anyway. until you end up paying again because that website is not owned by you. And that's one of the biggest cons that I see when it comes to monthly payment websites, right? Ongoing payments, that's another con when it comes to monthly payment websites, right? So they require ongoing payments, which can be a long-term financial commitment. Unlike a one-time purchase for a website, right? Businesses must continuously pay to maintain access to the website, which can strain budgets over time, especially in the wintertime, being in the exterior cleaning industry. So that means that if you stop payments, you basically lose your website, right? And also, it's just like it's something that you also have to go ahead and take in consideration. So not only, let's just say that you're paying for your website, not only are you paying for your website, but let's say that you want to do something like SEO. Instead of just paying upfront for your website, now you got to pay for your website and pay for SEO. And let's say that you've been paying SEO for your website, but there comes a time where you can't afford the monthly payments for that website and SEO anymore, right? And you need to go ahead and you're strapped for cash. Well, all of that SEO work that you did to that website that you're paying for monthly goes out the door, guys. It goes completely out the door, because you have not paid for your website yet. You do not own it, like I talked about in the previous thing. So all that SEO work that you did with it, if you have not paid off that website and you have ongoing payments, then you don't own it. So therefore, if you hit hard financial times, then guess what? All that SEO work that you did, goes out the window and you don't have a website. So limited customizations and features, guys. So monthly payment websites often come with limited customization and features because they're typically based on pre-designed templates and standardized options, guys, right? So this can restrict a business's ability to tailor the site to their specific needs or stand out in a competitive market, right? So advanced features or unique design elements may either be unavailable or they require additional fees, right? So as a result, your business may find it challenging to fully express your brand and to achieve specific objectives that you may have within the constraints of the subscription model. And so guys, I often see it all the time. I go to like one city, guys, like a city like Portland, and I'm just using this as an example because I had a client out there. But you might go to a specific city and then you're like, man, there's 8 to 12 other businesses in this area that have exactly the same website as I do, right? They have exactly the same website as I do. How do I stand out in the market? You don't, right? And there's not much that you can do because the monthly payment, since it's such a low cost up front, right, guys, it's typically based on just preset templates and standardized options. That's why it's so cheap. That's why it doesn't cost as much, because it's based on pre-designed templates and standardized options, right, guys? So you don't fully stand out in the market. And so it leads me to my next point, that there's no uniqueness, right? So monthly website often lack uniqueness as they're, once again, typically, using pre-designed templates shared by many other pressure washing businesses. And so you can't really go ahead and stand out from the crowd. So if your business looking to establish a strong and unique brand identity, this lack of originality can be a significant drawback, right, for your business. And so that's something that you should consider. There's going to be limited SEO optimizations for monthly payment websites. That's another con for it as well. So monthly payment websites often offer limited SEO optimization options as they typically rely on basic tools and preset configurations. So this can hinder a business's ability to fully optimize their site for search engines, right? And advanced SEO features require more of an upfront, it requires more time. Therefore, it's going to require more of an upfront investment, which a monthly website, as we can see, guys, one of the cons is that, like I said, you get limited SEO optimizations because guess what? You didn't have a huge, significant upfront investment on it. Therefore, you're limited on the SEO optimizations that you'll have. So you could struggle initially, guys, or even for a longer period of time to achieve your desired online presence. So you may even need to invest extra time and resources, with an external vendor just to even increase your site's SEO performance, right? And it also requires more effort. So monthly payment, so that's another con of monthly payment websites, is that, it requires more effort from the business owner. It just requires way more effort from the business owner, particularly in areas like content creation, because unlike custom built sites where content writing is included, subscription, monthly payment websites may not offer professional content writing services. And if they do, it's an add-on service, or it's even more money to do so, right? So this leaves you as a business owner where you have to write your content yourself. And this can be time consuming and challenging, especially if you don't have expertise, and this can lead to additional stress and potentially lower the quality, or potentially go ahead and have you produce lower quality content that not only does it not capture your brand's voice, but it also doesn't rank well on search engines as well. So it requires just way more effort when you have monthly payment websites, because now you have to go ahead and do the website yourself. And that's not something that you want to go ahead and do, guys. Trust me. That's not something that you want to go ahead and do. So like I talked about the con earlier when it comes to monthly payment websites, one of the biggest ones as well is that it just requires more effort. So investment in accountability and marketing performance. That's another con of monthly payment websites. The provider may lack investment in your marketing performance, particularly in areas like SEO, since it often falls outside their service offering, right? So without a vested interest in your site's success, there's less incentive for them to ensure that your website performs well in search engines, guys. So this can leave you with a site that doesn't achieve its optimal visibility, while the provider faces little accountability. So who's ever building your website, they provide little accountability for that, right? If they're doing monthly payment websites, because guess what they can say? They can say, well, we don't offer SEO services. We gave you exactly what you said you wanted to go ahead and get. And this is where, and they can say that we're doing exactly what we said we were going to do. And a lot of them don't provide SEO services. So therefore, they're not going to have as much of an investment or accountability in the performance of your website in that sense. Because yes, they are going ahead and hitting on what you need to go ahead and, or what they said they would do. But at the same time, since they don't offer SEO services, they don't have to go ahead. If your website doesn't rank, it doesn't rank. At the end of the day, does it truly matter to them? It's not going to matter to them, because they're still providing you what they said that they would provide you with, right? They're still hitting on all the things that they said they would provide you with. So therefore, that's one of the biggest cons I see with monthly payment websites, is that, guess what? They're not going to have as much investment or accountability in your marketing performance. And so there's going to be restrictions and reliance as well when it comes to cons of a monthly payment website. So monthly payment website often comes with restrictions and reliance on the provider until your monthly payment or your contract is fully paid off. So during this period, right, you may be limited in what you can do with your website, such as customizing features, migrating to different platforms, or making significant changes. So this dependency on the provider can hinder your ability to fully control and optimize your site according to your evolving business needs. These limitations can be frustrating, right? And yeah, guys, until you have full ownership of it, there's going to be certain things that you can't add, or there's certain things that you can't do with their website because it's not yours, guys, right? So when it comes to one-time payment websites and monthly payment websites, guys, I'm going to be going over some things to go ahead and consider. You know what I mean? So your budget and cash flow. If upfront costs are a concern, a monthly payment model offers a more manageable option, spreading out the expenses over time, guys, right? But if your business, can handle the initial investment and doesn't anticipate frequent updates, then a one-time payment could be more cost-effective in the long run, guys. So look at your budget and cash flow, right? When it's coming for things that you need to go ahead and consider your budget and cash flow, right? So, if an upfront cost is a concern, then monthly payment model offers a more manageable option, spreading out that expense over time. But if you can handle, that initial investment and you're an established business, then I would go ahead and, the one-time payment could be more cost-effective in the long run. So you want to also consider flexibility and updates when you're considering between the two, because you want to consider how often you'll need to update your website. So in the pressure washing industry, guys, it's not super dynamic and it doesn't require regular changes, right? So therefore, since it's usually static and we don't see a lot of industry changing things happen in the exterior cleaning industry, a one-time payment model might suffice, right? It's not something that's going to go ahead and be like, man, I have a website right now that is going to go ahead and dynamically change. The industry is dynamically changing. Therefore, my website needs to dynamically change. You also want to go ahead and consider your technical resources. So evaluate your internal capabilities for ongoing maintenance. If you lack technical expertise, and the built-in support of a monthly payment plan might be beneficial for you, right? A one-time payment model is going to require external services for maintenance, updates, and so you want to go ahead and look at your technical resources. It's fine if you're gonna have an if you're gonna have an external provider that is really really good at providing like those external services like maintenance, hosting, SEO, then by all means do the one-time payment website. But if you're looking for just something that is going to give you the technical resources off the bat when it comes to your website, then monthly is something that you should consider as well. So long-term plans. So think about your guys' business's future, your exterior cleaning business's future, right? A one-time payment model is for a stable long-term website, right? While a monthly payment model may be more beneficial for a startup business that needs to conserve cash and spread out expenses for other priorities in their businesses or their business, like marketing and equipment, employees, different things like that, guys. But the long-term plans, a one-time payment model is ideal for a stable long-term, website. Monthly payment may be more beneficial for a startup business. So a stable business, probably a one-time payment model. A startup business, probably that good monthly payment website, right? So customization needs, you know what I mean? So if your brand requires a highly customized website and you want to have a highly customized website and your brand requires it, a one-time payment model generally offers more extensive options. While those monthly payment services also provide customization, they often do so at a higher cost, which can make them even more expensive or just as much as a one-time payment website up front. So what that basically means, guys, is that if you want to have a really customized website, you probably want to go the one-time payment website route, right? If you have customization needs, because a monthly payment website, not only going to pay monthly, but they're probably going to have an add-on for customization as well that is basically going to end up being just as much to pay for that website monthly, up front, as it is going to be for just paying it one time up front as well. So those are things that you need to go ahead and consider as well, right? And even think about the long-term implications of that as well, right? So when you have a monthly payment website, you're adding that add-on for customization, and that makes it even more expensive over that long term. So those are some things to consider. So now, guys, I'm going to go over some questions to ask yourself to help you decide whether you should go for a one-time payment website or a monthly payment website, right? So can you afford to pay for your website over a longer period of time, right? Over 24 to 36 months. Ask yourself that question. Can you afford that, right? Does the cost seem more affordable than paying in one lump sum? So guys, look at the contract, right? So let's say it's a one-time payment website and that one-time payment website's $4,000, right? But let's say that you're going on another site and you're looking at a 24-month contract, right? And the cost is $195. That's $4,680 for that period of time. So is it really less expensive than just paying it on a one-time lump sum, right? So you have to look at factors like that. So do you need web hosting, domain name? Do you basically need your handheld? Is question number 3, right? When it says, do I need web hosting, domain name, email hosting, and content updates all in one place? That's something to consider as well. So will you be able to change between plans and cancel if needed? So you want to ask yourself that, because sometimes monthly payment website providers, they have different tiers for the monthly website payment options, right? So they have different tiers for that, so that you can get more in that sense. And so that's something that you can go ahead and do as well. So you want to make sure that your monthly website payment provider also has different tiers and plans. How unique do you want your website to be, right? As I've stated before, monthly payment websites don't allow that, uniqueness. One-time payment websites usually do allow that uniqueness. What customization options are available? So you want to look at each plan. So on a monthly payment website, what customizations or what options are you getting, compared to the one-time payment website? So what options? Compare both, right? And how much control do you have over your website, and do you want over your website? That's one thing that you want to go ahead and look at as well, guys. And also, one question that I forgot to put on here as well is, do you own your website? Look at the ownership options as well. So that's one thing I forgot to add on here, guys. But look over the ownership options, right? So do you own your website? So when you have the monthly payment website, is there a contract? If it's infinite, where it's just you pay monthly for an infinite period of time, what happens once you cancel? Do you own that website, or do they go ahead and run off with it? So those are questions you need to go ahead and consider and ask. So Guys, do you need help with your website? Obviously you do if you're on here, guys. You know, I'm just simple plug right here. I'll go over this real fast, guys, but you know, we also do websites as well here at Pressure Washing Marketing Pros. So guys, like I said, why choose us for your website design? Well, we have, you know, websites that are in your budget. We specialize in your niche. In your niche. We build websites that convert, and we optimize for SEO from the beginning. So a lot of our websites rank right off the bat, guys. And so here's some of our work. Great looking websites, guys, as you can see right now. And if you are interested in this, you can visit our website or email us right here. But other than that, though, guys, you know, I'll see you at the top. I'll see you on the search engine results with your brand new website for whatever decision you make. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, concerns, thoughts, or comments, leave them in the description, or not leave them in the description, but leave them in the comments below, and I'll make sure that I personally answer them. And then also, guys, like I said, if you're looking for different, you know, if you're looking for a free strategy session or anything as such, look in the description and you'll be able to reach out to me and my team. But other than that, though, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.